Hello everyone, today we're going to do a quick video on how we are making our green smoothies. I know if you guys follow me on social media, you know I did a 30-day green smoothie challenge in June, and it's been so good for me and for us that I just continued on with it. So my smoothie game has sort of changed over this last couple of months. I mean, at first it started very simply, but now I use it as a delivery for just as much nutrition and health benefits as I can for Jean and I both. So I'm trying to sort of use a smoothie each day to replace a multivitamin. So today I'm just going to go through some of my most common ingredients and show you how I put together our daily green smoothies. So it's called a green smoothie for a reason, right? Because you put greens in it. So I'm going to start off with some greens that we harvested from our garden. This is an arugula. Just going to go ahead and use it up today. My goal at this point is to fill my Vitamix, or you can use any kind of high power blender will do. My goal is to try to get it about 75% full of greens, and I do fill this whole container for us now. In the beginning, I started out with about 25% greens, and then over the weeks, as our taste buds developed, I started putting more and more greens in it. Because you will just get used to it. But at first, you know, you want that sweeter flavor. So that's perfectly fine, as long as you're getting it done. Now here is some bok choy that we harvested from our garden. And all of these greens have different benefits for you. If you're interested in learning more about the benefits of green smoothies, I strongly encourage you to check out the Botinko family. And I'll put all the information down in the description. They did some really wonderful films about, well, one of them is called The Miracle of Greens. So I like to mix up my greens because your body can get used to the same type of greens every day. So in order to keep your body active, and every sort of greens have a different benefit, I try to mix them up. Now these are also some from our garden, a lettuce mix that we, well actually this is kale. This is kale. And as you can see, I'm reusing some of the things that I buy from the grocery store. Just sort of putting it in here. And when I feel this is about 75% full, then I start adding in the stuff to make it taste good, like sweeteners and fruit, of course. So in previous videos I've shown you how I freeze a lot of my fruit. So here's a couple of bananas that I have frozen. This just eliminates the step for icing your smoothies. It makes it cold and creamy and smooth. And that's of course what you want. And then today, I always put bananas in. 2 bananas for us both. So we're each getting about 1 banana each. And then this is about 3 pairs worth of pears in this bag. And I just pulled it out frozen. It's only been sitting here a couple of minutes. And you see how they break apart, like really nicely. They don't clump together too badly. So that's great. So I'm just going to fill it up. The pears are sort of like a smooth fruit. So that's going to make the smoothie smoother, and that's what you want. Now, again, I highly encourage you to watch some of the things I'll link in the description because they actually show you how to make the best green smoothies. But just a quick reference is you want greens, you want smooth fruits like bananas and pears, and then you want maybe another sweetener. In other words, if you use a lot of citrus fruits, it won't cream as well. So now I'm going to start adding in my supplements. These are like the things that I consider to be multivitamin type things. Instead of taking a pill, I'm going to add the actual whole food. So these are my chia seeds. I'm almost out. I keep them in this little airtight container. And I'll toss in, I don't know, about a tablespoon's worth. When you start with chia seeds, I would recommend you just start off with a little bit and then sort of build your tolerance for them. Because they're great fiber for your digestive system. Helps you clean out all kinds of interesting things. And these are just some deglet dates that I got at our local organic food store. So I'm just going to throw a couple of these in here to sweeten it up instead of sugar, right? We don't want to ruin all these health benefits by adding white sugar into this mix. So I'm going to do that. Then for your iodine health, I like to toss in seaweed. I got a really good deal on these little seaweed wraps. You can get the large leaves at almost any like Oriental food store or specialty food store. But I put one in because just to eat it isn't very tasty. But if you put it in a smoothie, you don't taste it and it's super good for you. Then I am putting a little bit of turmeric. right now, I'm using just a turmeric pill. And what I do is I take the capsule apart and I just drop it in there. I literally drop the whole thing in there, but it's okay. Just gotta fish it out. It's a little messy. But I just take the powder out of the pills. This is just what I had on hand, and when this is gone, I'm gonna start buying it in bulk powder. So let me get rid of that right quick. So, you know, the dates are good for sweetness, but they're also full of nutrients and minerals. The turmeric is, if you don't know about turmeric, I highly recommend that you look it up. It's an anti-inflammatory mostly, but there are other health benefits. This is organic ginger root. If you've never seen it before, it comes like sort of like this in the grocery store. And I get organic because I actually put in a thumb-sized piece with the skin every day. This is very anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral. It's got so many good cleansing health benefits. So I just throw them out in a little paper bag, and I cut off, when people talk about ginger, they talk about, usually use finger sizes. So I cut off a good thumb-sized piece of it, approximately that, and then I'll just give it another quick half chop and toss it into the smoothie. I like to throw a couple prunes in here. You guys know that prunes are very good for your digestive system. So 2 or 3 prunes. Again, this adds another level of sweetness. Maybe another prune just because I really, really like them. And last but not least, we're going to have to add some liquid to this before we blend it. So right now I'm using an organic antioxidant powder unsweetened juice. I actually found this at our local Aldi, and I like it. To straight drink it, it's really tart, but I was looking for tart cherry juice. So this has pomegranate, tart cherry, red grapes, purple carrots, cranberry, and blueberry. I mean, you really can't pack any more into than this. So I'm just using this for a little extra flavor. But to be honest with you, another reason that I started with the pomegranate juice is I saw a documentary and I read an article about restoring the natural balance of your gut biome. And if you drink a tart juice like this, like 1 ounce of it every day for 2 weeks, it restores some good bacteria to your gut. And then the last thing is just good old plain water. I usually get enough to see how much I'm going to need. I'm going to start by pouring about half of this in here. And then I'm going to reserve the rest in case I need it. Now, here's where it gets a little loud, you guys. But basically what I'm looking for is 3 stages in this smoothie. I'm going to start it and let it sort of chunk up the big pieces. Then stage 2 is what I call salsa consistency. And then you can go to stage 3, which is really to power it up. For those of you who don't have a Vitamix, they're wonderful machines. I was very lucky to get one as a Christmas present one year, and I love it. Love it. Use it every day now, especially. So most of them are very simple dials. You have a power button, a start-stop, a pulse, and then your full functioning 0 to 10 RPMs. So I'm going to have to quit talking for a minute because you're not going to hear me, but I do want to show you this part. Just excuse the noise because if you get stuck, I want to show you what to do. I learned this from one of the Botinko videos, and it really, really helped me. So let's get started. Okay. Don't know if you can hear me. I'm actually trying to get it to stop because a lot of people have this problem, and on the one day, I want it to get stopped, it won't. But I'm just watching for it to sort of fall down. As long as there's something still moving, I'm going to keep it going. Okay, so at that point, you can kind of hear the blade stop moving, and you've got a little space right here. So here is one of the tricks that I learned from one of the Botinko films about smoothies, is when it gets stuck, you pick it up, turn it over, give it a quick toss or 2, and all you're doing is redistributing the weight to the blade again. So now I'm going to turn it back on, and after it gets to salsa consistency, I'll point and show you what I mean. Then I'm going to really blend it. Alright guys, I'm going to do it one more time. Now I had a ton of stuff packed into here, so you know. To give it a little shake again. I'm trying to get it to hit that fruit. I'm going to go ahead and stop here one more time, and if you guys are noticing that foam, that is something you want to look for. That's actually the chlorophyll being pushed out of the plants, or the chlorophyll foam, and that stuff is kind of bitter, so you want to keep going with your smoothie until that foamy stuff is gone. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give it one more good toss. Sometimes it takes a few, especially if you're making a ton of it. Alright, you guys, and this is what I call salsa stage. It's just what I named it because things are, all the big pieces are sort of chunked up, but they're still loose in here. It kind of looks like a green salsa at this point. So now I'm really going to rev it up, and we're going for full smoothness. I will probably let this run for 30 seconds to 45 seconds, just depending on how it looks to me. But I'm looking for no foam. I'm looking for the involute to increase and just to have a really super smooth consistency. Alright, let's go. Alright, so this happened again. It's a little thick. You have two choices. You can add water or you can shake it up and sort of redistribute that weight. Guys, I want to show you one more thing. Sort of the last thing you're looking for when you know your smoothie is good. I'm going to take the lid off and try to get you a picture of the inside. But in a Vitamix, you're looking for sort of a cyclonic thing where you've got, you'll see it, but it's like everything's going in. That's how you know you're really getting good volume. So let me take this off and start it back up. I know it's kind of ugly right now, but see if you can see it. And, you know, you got to taste it because, frankly, if your smoothie doesn't taste good, nobody's going to drink it and nobody's going to get healthy from it. So you got to give it a quick taste. I like how it tastes. It's sweet enough. It's good. Then I'm going to give it one more quick blend, and that's our healthy smoothie for the day. Let me give it one quick blend. So I feel like that is good. Now we're just going to pour it up into some containers. I like these mason jars. Trying to get us up to where we're drinking about 32 ounces of smoothie every day. Alright, you guys, so that is it for smoothies. I'm just going to smack some lids on here. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments about the ingredients I used, please leave me a comment, let me know. And be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, share, and subscribe. And also check out the links in the description because I will turn you on to some pretty good resources for getting this implemented into your daily life as quickly as possible. So thank you guys again for watching and have a good day.